Right, today we're sausage making, but we're going to be making chorizo sausage for curing. So, metal bowl at the back, I've got some pork and call it 80-20. So this is 80% lean with 20% fat. Because obviously when you cut into your sausage, you want to see that nice marbling effect from the fat. And then you want to have about between 2 to 3% salt to actually cure it. So with the pork, 1.5 kilos, I've got 50 grams of salt. Any less than that, it'll just be seasoning and won't actually cure it. And then the rest of the mix is just to your taste. So in my dish there, I've got 8 grams of crackback pepper, 2 tablespoons of dried chili flakes, tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and I've got 30 grams of smoked paprika. So add your salt to your bowl, then your seasonings, and then get your hands in there and give it a really good mix. I sometimes add a little bit of red wine, and that just gives it a nice acidity to the mix. But this is a really straightforward recipe for you to try at home, because curing meat isn't as hard as you think. Because at the minute I've got some salami underway, and it's just over a week old at the minute. So if you guys want to see my salami recipe, let me know, and I will do a video and put a recipe up for that. So just spend a bit of time giving this a really good thorough mix. Right, once everything's had a really good mix, it should look like this, and it smells beautiful with all them seasonings coming off it. So once you've mixed it, just let it sit for about 5 minutes, and what I'm going to do now is get the stuffer ready and the casings. Right, I've loaded my stuffer up with the chorizo mix. This is just a small little handheld stuffer. You can pick these up anywhere online. And then here I've got my casings. Some people use ox runners or beef runners, but these are just normal hog casings I use for my sausage. So I soaked these overnight because they come packed in salt. So I soaked them overnight in fresh water, give them a good rinse, and then just before I use them, I soak them in warm water. So all you do is load the casings onto your nozzle, just like that. Just keep working it on. It's like I was saying, if you wanted to make a fresh chorizo for just normal cooking and eating, you just reduce the salt just to pure taste. But obviously, because like I said, because we're curing it, you've gone for a higher salt content, and it doesn't take long at all, this recipe. So right, we've got all the skins on. So what you do is just turn it until you get the mix just coming out of the end, because that makes sure all the air is out. So then cut yourself some butcher's twine, just loop it around a little bit of excess casing. So just do a couple of knots like that, and I'll make a loop at this end so we've got something to hang it on. And then all you do is carefully just stuff the casing. And you can make them any size you want. You can make them into normal sausage size, but I like to do lengths. But you just go slow, just so you don't trap any air inside the casing. So just keep on it like that. And I think I'll stop there. So when you get to your desired length, you get another bit of drawstring, and with the same knot you want to capture some of the mix like that, and that just makes sure everything is nice and tight. Just make a loop again, work some of this excess mix back at the casing, and then all you do is just cut that, and that's your first chorizo. So I'm just going to carry on and stuff the rest of them. Right, there we have it. Got 4 chorizos all done. So what you do now, once you've made them all with the loops, hang them at room temperature for 12 hours. It seems wrong in a way, hanging, you know, fresh meat at room temperature, but what that does is get the salt start to cure the meat. If you added red wine, it would help as well, but it doesn't matter if you don't add red wine. So yeah, just hang them for 12 hours, room temperature, and then put them in your fridge just to cure for a few weeks. Right, so this is week 3 of my dry cured chorizo, and they smell fantastic. I've already sliced one up, so you can see it's firmed up. I mean, that looks beautiful. It does, they smell really, really good. So it's not as difficult as you'd think to make a dry cured chorizo. So yeah, 3 weeks that was, hanging out in my chiller. And I've got some pigeon and venison salami that I've done. That's only been in there a couple of days, but yeah, look at that. Now, doesn't that look good? I say it does smell really good. Smell that paprika. So there you go, my dry cured chorizo recipe. Give this one a go. You don't need any complicated equipment, just an old fridge or your fridge at home, as long as you've got some space, and this will work. Like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you soon.